Mic is on. Mic is on. Mic is on. Mic is on. Is it working?
Mic is on. Mic is on. Mic is on. Mic is on.
Let's go. All right. Let's see how that looks.
All right. Let's see how that looks.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see how that looks. Yeah.
Let me turn all that down. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Today we are doing horror movies tier list. Uh I am a huge horror movie fanatic. This whole tier list has over, I think, 100 looks like 100. Um, we're gonna try to go through this pretty quick. If I have something really good to say, then I'll say it. If I have something really bad to say, I'll say it. But other than that, I'll try to go really good. Let's go through the tiers really quickly. The tiers. S is for really good, all the way at the top, best of the best. A is the greatest. B is above average. C is average. D is below average. F is garbage. I added another one here. Rather watch 1943 Japanese black and white silent movies. So instead of like being I just went through my whole stream without my mic being on. I just went through my stream without my mic being on. Oh my god, this is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I can't believe my mic was off. Do I have to start over? Okay, I'm just gonna leave those there. Those are staying there. Sorry. Alien, really good movie, one of the greatest. I'm sorry. I can't restart. Uh, that's insane that that happened. Should I just end it and restart? No. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. All right, let's do it. Alien Resurrection. I'm gonna put it in garbage. I'm putting it in garbage. I'm putting it in garbage. I don't think it's torture. I don't think it's torturously bad. I'm putting Alien Resurrection in garbage. This movie came out in 2001. Obviously, Ripley's really old. Um, and she's basically a clone, and there's barely any of her in this. She's basically like a robot. And aliens have taken over at this in this new ship. This is a really bad movie. I only say it's kind of interesting because there is alien action, not like Alien 3. But the way they did Ripley, they could just left Ripley completely out of this movie, to be honest. But this was definitely a cash grab and definitely not one that I would recommend. Now we are going on to one of the big hitters. A Nightmare on Elm Street. This gave everybody nightmares back in the day. And I'm sorry, but I have to put it at below average. I know I'm not a horror fanatic, and I was only born in 1999, and I didn't grow up watching this kind of stuff. Um, Oh, Freddy. I don't think this is scary. Like I said, I'm a modern horror fan, and I understand that when horror movies are good, they're good. Trust me. Some of my favorites are from the 80s. And this one, I don't remember a lot about when I was watching these. I don't remember a lot about the stuff. I do like some of the kill scenes, in that dude being sunk into the bed. I think I remember that from the first movie. Freddy Krueger, just as a character to me, not really scary, um, not funny. He's just kind of there to me. And I know Robert England is known for his role, and that's cool and all, but I just think Nightmare on Elm Street could have been so much better, so much better. But moving on. What is this? A Nightmare on Elm Street 2? I don't remember this. I'm sorry. All of these I do not remember. I only remember the first one. Number 3, I actually will put that at average. Dream Warriors. This is the best one. It had, all the kids in the psychological hospital. And the craziest scene I remember is her and he makes somebody walk off the roof and commit suicide. But Dream Warriors is really cool. It's like all like the Avengers versus a horror character. It was absolutely insane. But like I said, it's average. It's an 80s movie. I'm not a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street. You can shoot me if you want to, but that's just how I feel about it. I don't remember this, but I remember it being below average because of the kid being in it, the child. I think they get rid of all the characters in number 3. And the rest of these, I don't remember. Never seen any of the Chuckies. I'm sorry, I've never seen any of the Chuckies. I have to put it at never seen it. Okay, won't go too much into that. There's the Chuckies right there. Okay, Conjuring 2. This is a big one. This was my very first official, I think, horror movie that made me have nightmares. And just because of that, I'm putting it at one of the greatest. I'm almost tempted to put it at really good. I made my little brother watch this one time. He had nightmares, and I was blessed out about it, to say the least. But I really think The Conjuring 2 is one of the best horror films ever made. James Wan did an incredible job. When they're in this house, it is just constant stuff bothering them, scary stuff going on. This is just an amazing movie. I really enjoyed it, and it's really scary. Like I could go back and watch it and probably still have some scenes that pop up to me that scare me. And everything that, if it was just a standalone movie, it's still a really good movie. Even if it didn't have Conjuring on it, I think this would be an amazing movie. So, moving on, The Conjuring. I'll put this one above average. I think this one's good. Obviously, it's not as good as The Conjuring 2. I know a lot of people, this is their very first James Wan Conjuring universe film. I just think that this one's okay. I don't think it's like that like amazingly good compared to The Conjuring 2. So just for that, I'm gonna put it above average. I do remember a lot about this movie, having the Insidious dude on here and having the mom go through an exorcism and just going crazy throughout the movie. Um, it's good, but it's not as good as Conjuring 2. I'll give it its credit. Evil Dead 2. Uh I think oh gosh, I think this one's torturous, man. I didn't get it about the Evil Dead franchise. I don't get it. I get the first one because it has horror implemented into it, but the rest of the franchise is just goofy and campy. Now, I have not seen the new one, Evil Dead Rises. I heard that one was like freakishly scary, but these are just campy and 80s and terrible. I don't see why a lot of people hold this up as like amazing, you know what I mean? Amazing uh movies or amazing horror movies. This is not horror to me. This is goofiness. Um and I know this is widely regarded as a really good movie, but I'm not a campy horror person. I come to get scared and be psychologically uh thinking about stuff. I don't come to laugh or look at stupid stuff. That's just me. That's just me. Um yeah, see, I would put it at garbage, but I don't even think I can. I think I'd just be tortured to watch it. Like if I had to go back and watch it today, it'd just be torturous. Evil Dead, I'll put that average. I think this was pretty good. Just getting stranded out in this cabin with groups of people and everything going on around in the woods. I think this one was decent. But like I said, it's miles above better than Evil Dead 2 to me. The Exorcist. What was this made? 1960s, 40s? I can't remember. I'll put this one at average. I mean, I have to give credit where it's due. This is widely regarded as one of the first horror movies. And the only thing I remember is just how bat crazy they go with this movie way back in the day. Like you have a woman stabbing herself with a cross representing Jesus Christ, just stabbing her private part. You have her cussing, running up and down walls. You have the pastor going crazy, or the preacher, or whatever. The exorcist, like just being constantly insulted by this child. I think the child makes up most of the movie as far as being scary, just about how ridiculously insane she is. That's what I remember about this movie, and that's why it's going in average. Okay, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't remember any of the Final Destinations. They all just kind of mix together. So the only thing I remember about these movies, if y'all want me to be honest, is the first kill scenes. What is that one? Lake Platte. Oh, The Fly too. Haven't seen that. Sounds goofy. Don't have time for it. Oh, this is a good one. Friday the 13th, part 1. Well, it's just Friday the 13th. I have gone on record stating that Friday the 13th should have only been one movie. I think this would have been a really good movie if you would just left it like it was. If all these 12, 13 other movies, I think kind of ruined it for it. The only one that comes close to being good as the first one is the remake. I think the remake was exceptionally well. Some of the cast I didn't like, obviously, because it was during the time of that you had to have the jock and the cheerleader and the one black dude and then the stupid girl. I mean, it was just that type of cast in every type of horror movie. But I will put Friday the 13th above average. I really do remember this movie. We went through POV of Jason and him killing everybody at this lake. It's just camp counselors and everything going on, and they're not camp counselors, they're just visitors. But for them to come through and do all that, obviously the things I don't like is all of the sexual scenes in here. Never cared for that. But the kill scenes are really good. The ending with the mother, I think, kind of messes it up a little bit. And I might be remembering the movie wrong, and I might get shot for this later. But Friday the 13th, above average movie, pretty good. All right, Jason 5. All these, I'm sorry, they're going, and I haven't watched them. Don't care to watch them. Fright Night, haven't watched. Is that The Grudge 2? I haven't watched, but I'm pretty sure that one's. I think this one's bad. I've seen it. I just don't remember it. I'm gonna put it at garbage. Try and mix it up. Hellraiser, haven't seen. Sorry, y'all. All these '80s movies, man. I heard they're all bad, anyways. The Hills Have Eyes. Haven't seen that. What is this? I Know What You Did Last Summer. That one's going there. Okay. Insidious Chapter 2. Oh, this is one of the greatest. One of the greatest. One of the greatest. Insidious Chapter 2 is absolutely amazing. I like Insidious Chapter 2. The whole violin or piano theme that they play with this will send chills down anybody's bone. I really love the cast in this, the backstory, the lore, everything that they put into these first 3 or 4 Insidious films were just like all the backstory and lore. If we were just ranking them on that, was really good. Insidious Chapter 2, you got the black witch woman or whatever, and everything that happened in Insidious Chapter 1, you just move on to Chapter 2 and it expands it even more, and it's just amazing. I love the main cast of this. They are really good. This is just a really good movie. I don't remember a lot about it, but I know this is a really good movie. I was watching these after The Conjurings, just trying to expand into the horror universe. This is a really good one. Insidious Chapter 3. Okay, I don't remember a lot about this, but I remember this was in apartments, and apparently this girl that's the main character was related to Lorraine. No, it's not Lorraine. Emily, I forget the older woman's name, the one that carried the franchise. I'm putting this at below average. It's still an Insidious movie, and I still think I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't remember. Insidious 1, I'm putting it above average. This is a good movie. When they get towards the end, I think there's not a lot of horror scenes in this compared to like the first Conjuring. This is more like, I think they were just trying to mess with people's minds, having a child abuse in there and stuff like that. They were trying to psychologically mess with people, but I think this one's pretty good. Like I said, main cast is pretty good. Same as Insidious 2. Insidious 2 just has way better scenes, way better dialogue and stuff. It can get a little campy in the first one, and with the second one, it can get too. So, moving on, Leatherface. Seen this one. Sorry, Leprechaun. I definitely hadn't seen those. I see, like, a lot of these I have not seen. I know y'all hate me, but I have not seen these because, I mean, people talk about, yeah, the first one's okay. The rest of them are so bad. So what's the point in watching it, Oh, Paranormal Activity. I don't remember that one. Oh, 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 oh. You're going to love this one. Oh, should I put it at really good? I think I am. Dude, this movie, oh my goodness, this movie made me love found footage films. Oh man. Paranormal Activity 2. Dude, watching this when I was a teenager, I was questioning, like, is this real? Is this real? Yeah, bro, I was thinking, like, yo, there's no way. There is the found footage filmery is one of my best genres of horror. I love it. I love it to death. Um, I really think that they went above and beyond with Paranormal Activity 2. I really think that all the cast was really good. Everything that they put into this film, and it just exceeded upon what was Paranormal Activity 1 that scared the pants off of everybody back in the day. I remember just watching this and all the lore and the things that are attached to it and the backstory that they put into it, like Paranormal Activity leading up all the way to Paranormal Activity 4 and having all these connections just made it a really good horror movie with really good roots. You were knowing about families. Uh, this is one of the best. And honestly, it might be top 10 for me. It's really scary. I think anybody watching it, if you just have an open mind and you're like, it, some of it looks real. Like you're just like, bro, this is real. I used to joke with my brother, like, oh, this is real. They came out with this. This is real, and the family just released it. I used to joke about stuff like that, but this is a really good movie. The whole family dynamic, the scares that are going on, they just fully expanded on the first one, and I think they did a fantastic job. Paranormal Activity 3. Oh my. I'm sorry. This one's going in. I'll put it above average, but I'm putting it at the top of above average. This one is really good. I'm telling you, going all the way back to the 80s, I just really appreciated that they went all the way back to the time when these two sisters, what they were going through back when they were kids and everything that they've been traumatized as an adult, their childhood trauma. Now we're getting to see it, like everything that happened back in the 80s. This old camera recorder. And, there's some scenes in here that I cannot forget, like where they're in the kitchen and everything just lifts up in the air and then just drops all the way down. Like I would freak out if that happened in my house. Like they just chose to stay, of course, but the girl constantly going in like the little side room closet to talk with the imaginary demon. The bed shaking up and down. Like this is a really good movie. This is a really good movie. And then you get all the way to the end, and I think they go to her grandparents' house and they figure out like they're part of this cult and all this stuff's going on. And oh man, dude, it's close to 2. This is a really good one. I love Paranormal Activity, man. Paranormal Activity 4, garbage. I wouldn't say it's torturous, but I will say it is garbage. Just having random people, I think is kind of weird. I do like that the kid was involved from the first 2 and the sister was involved from the first 2. They sort of towards the end they're getting involved. So they do connect it a little bit, but other than that, it's just a random girl and it's not scary to me because there's no family action. There's no really backstory going on. I think this was a cast grab to me. We're moving on. Paranormal Activity. Oh, is that this? Is that just the first one? Okay. Paranormal Activity, one of the first ones. One of the greatest. It's not as good as number 2, obviously. This is a really good one. Now, when this movie first came out, everybody at test screenings were walking out and they thought the movie just bombed. They thought they did like a horrible job, but they were walking out because of how like scary it was. This was made on a $15,000 budget, and they made millions in the box office. I mean, millions in the box office. I don't know how much it was, but they made so much money on $15,000 worth of budget. They set up a couple cameras, they got some actors, they let it roll, and they did such a phenomenal job of just having two people and everything going on around it. The producers and all the things that was going on, absolutely amazing. I don't remember a lot about this one, but I just remember how freaked out I was, and all the way towards the end, it was like, bro, what is going on? But maybe the Ghost Dimension, I do remember this one, and it is sorcerous. It is actually terrible. I'm moving on. Prometheus. Oh, we got another banger, dude. Prometheus, 2014. This is widely regarded as one of the worst alien movies. The first time I watched it, I hated it. I turned it off. Well, I watched it all the way through. I turned it off. I was like, bro, what was that? I rewatched all the alien movies a couple years later, and I watched this one again. Oh, God. See, like, I want to put it, yeah, I'm putting it at one of the greatest. This is a crazy movie, dude. Bro, they push boundaries with this movie. I mean, they are introducing so much. The score, the cast, the setting, the production, the scare values, everything that they include in this. They have snake-like things going in people. They have an alien taking, or I forget how it happens, but she basically becomes pregnant with this alien, gets a robot to do surgery on her and get that whole thing out of her. It is absolutely diabolical. There's a dude that pulls up that's infected. They flamethrow him. He's absolutely infected. They just flamethrow him. And this movie ends in tragedy. And all the way towards the end, and what happens, this is an amazing movie. I can still hear the score playing. And I know that this is a boring movie for a lot of people, but you have to really be a fan of the Alien movies to like this one. If you're not a fan of the Alien movies, do not watch this one. But to me, this is an amazing movie. Okay, The Ring 2. Haven't seen it. Don't remember it. Saw 3. I don't remember this one. Or is this Saw 2? What is that? I gotta look at that. That's 3. I don't remember that one. I remember Saw 2. Or do I remember Saw 3? I'm sorry. I gotta look this up. Saw 3. Saw 3. I've seen all the Saws. Images. Oh, yeah. I didn't like this one. Garbage. Yeah, this is where what's his name? Tobin Bell, whatever his name is, has cancer. The whole movie they're trying to save him, and it's just really weird and not really that good. I'm just gonna put it, terrible. Saw 3D. I don't remember that one. Saw 4. See, I've seen all these movies. I just don't remember them. Saw 2. I remember this one. This one sticks in my mind. Above average. This is we're gonna put it above on. No, we're gonna put it below The Conjuring. Saw 2, I think, was really good. Hulk spotted. Yeah, okay, Tom. Saw 2 was really good. I just remember the syringe, the dude getting burned and cooked alive. The girl, puts her hands in the thing trying to get medicine, and if she pulls her hands out, they're gonna get absolutely cut off. This movie is insane, man, and I had to look it up to make sure I'm talking about the right thing. And the whole time, Tobin is sitting in the back. I think did I get his name wrong? Tobin Bell. Jigsaw. Okay, his name's Jigsaw. Jigsaw is just sitting in the background and watching these people just one by one get killed. And Amanda is one of the contestants. And there's a whole twist at the end. Let me tell you something. The Saw theme song is the best horror theme song that there ever was, ever is, and ever going to be. When you are watching Saw and all these traps have happened and everything in this movie has happened, and then all the way to the end, you get this twist at the end and the song starts playing. Absolutely amazing. You cannot go another day in your life without hearing that song and watching one of those movies. Some of the best twists ever. Ever. First Saw, above average. I'll put it above the first one, but to me, they're about the same. This was crazy back in the day, bro. I'm talking about, I think this was released in like 2008 or something. Two dudes chained in a bathroom the whole movie, and the entire time stuff is going on at home and around them. The twist at the end, the actors, what they have to do, all the clues that they find in the room that they're in. The twist at the end of the guy getting up and basically like game over. Oh, the first Saw is absolutely amazing. Disgusting bathroom. Every time I look at that bathroom, I think of a skating ring bathroom. A disgusting bathroom, but it's a really good movie. Saw 6, don't remember. Saw 5, don't remember. Now we are into the Screams. Sorry, don't remember Scream 3, Scream 4. I do remember Scream. One of the greatest. One of the greatest. Scream is one of the greatest. Let me tell you something. Those two dudes at the end got shot and stabbed so much. I don't understand how they were able to complete the movie, but they did. I have never seen a human high school being take so much of a beating and still be able to go through the movie. Like, bro, these people should be dead right now. This was absolutely insane. The intro scene to this was absolutely iconic. It's been parodied, it's been made fun of, it's been spread out across the world. This film company comes out with a movie and makes it all about mystery. Who's the killer? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Who's doing, getting killed? And to come out at the end and reveal them, I'm not going to try to spoil it for anybody, but to come out at the end and show who's done it is absolutely amazing. The first scene, super scary. It's still uncomfortable to watch to this day in 2025, and this movie came out in the early 90s, so of course you would think it's campy and goofy. That first scene's kind of unbearable to watch, just what happens and the family coming home. It's kind of crazy. And just going through the rest of the movie and seeing all these characters and what they're having to go through. Scream is definitely one of the greatest. Even if I don't watch it and I haven't seen it in a long time, it deserves to be at that spot. Talking too much. All right. Bright Seed of Chucky. Haven't seen it. Sinister. Hadn't seen it. Sinister 2. Hadn't seen it. Sinister. Haven't seen it. What is that? Another Leatherface. I mean, look at all these Texas Chainsaws, bro. Like, nobody's seen these. Nobody's seen all these things. Grudge 3. The Grudge. The very first one. This is above average, and I'm putting this above The Conjuring. The Grudge is one of the creepiest movies ever. All you gotta do is look at the front of this movie, the front cover of this movie, and it gave me nightmares back in the day. I did not want to watch this movie. And when I finally watched it, and it was a Japanese horror film, it's not the scariest, but it's creepy. The way they did horror in Japan like that, just silent. It's sort of like silent horror to me. and everything that's going on. There are some creepy scenes in here. I don't remember a lot about it, but I am putting it above average because I remember it being that good. Hills Have Eyes. I don't remember The Ring. I've seen it. Didn't remember it. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. The Shining. Really good. One of the best. Good job, Stanley. I think his name's Stanley Kubrick. This is, if you can't tell, one of the best movies I've ever seen before. This is a psychologically mind mess with you movie. Where do I start? The cast is amazing. The setting is amazing. There's not a lot of horror in here, but the absolute mind things that are going on, you don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. You see this man and this family slip down into madness. The score, the music is absolutely amazing. This feeling of isolation and all the things that are going on in this world, absolutely amazing. The Shining is just one of those films. When I first watched this film and I finished it, I already knew it was an instant classic. When you think about an 80s horror movie, you think of campiness, weirdness, stuff that, is not that scary. This messes with you. Whenever I go somewhere and whenever I know I'm going to be alone or out at this place, I think of The Shining. Basically, the premise of this is these people stay at this summer hotel for the winter. And they slowly slip into madness because they're all alone. There's only 3 of them, and we're talking about a huge summer resort. And they go absolutely crazy. Loneliness, there's probably over 300 rooms in this place. And what people remember most about this movie is the 2 twins and the axe scene. And that's not, none of that is even the scariest part. The scariest part about this movie is the feeling of loneliness and the feeling of that people can change. When they are met with loneliness and hard times and dark times and things that are going on, people are going to change. And psychologically, if your mind is not prepared, you will not be prepared. One of the best. One of the best. There are scenes in here that I think about every day. They're just, some of it's like funny, some of it's like crazy. And anytime I go somewhere by myself, I'm thinking of this movie. So The Shining, best to ever do it, man. All right, Chainsaw Man, another Chainsaw Massacre one. New Nightmare, heard that was trash. All right, is this the first one? This is the first one. The first Final Destination, above average. This one's pretty good. Honestly, the only thing I remember about this is the beginning airplane scene, and then him trying to save everybody. I think there was a scene where that dude was on the railroad tracks of the car. And basically the whole theme of this movie is that you cannot escape death. When it's coming after you, it's coming after you, man. And death gives life purpose. So it is a really good movie. I know when this movie first came out, it blew up box offices and knocked people's socks off just because of the premonitions that were going on. And there's a lot of scenes from these movies that people think about in everyday life. Log trucks, airplanes, motorcycles. There's just all this stuff that people freak out because of these movies, and roller coasters. So this is a really good movie. Really like the beginning, of course, and everything that goes down. It's a thrill ride all the way through. So not really a horror movie, not something to mess with my mind. So really, it's not on my playing field of horror movies, but it just has such a brand new good idea that I like it. I like it a lot. So okay, hadn't seen this one. 13 Ghosts, hadn't seen that. The Strangers. I'll put this one at average. I think this one's pretty good. When you have a couple, recently new wedded couple, being chased by 4 freaks out of their house, Not a lot of horrific scenes going on here. It's more of like a lot of chasing, a lot of creepiness going on. So not really horror. Like I said, I don't remember a lot about this, but I do remember sort of the end scene. The end of this movie kind of threw me off. So that's why it's going in average. New Boy on the Block. But I really enjoy this movie. So Train to Busan, really good. So Train to Busan, really good. All right, Jeepers Creepers. Garbage. This is terrible, man. I don't understand why people talk so much about this dude. I don't understand why people just praise this movie. This is corny. This is campy. This is stupid. The creature's design is ugly. The cast is not good. Um, it's not good to me, and none of these movies are good to me. So, spoiler alert for the rest of them. I don't like any of these. Honestly, I almost put it at torture, but I do have fun with it. I mean, not fun, but like just the creature's design and them trying to get away from this, and there's lore behind this guy. But it's just garbage to me. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot to say about it. Woo! We're getting into a big one. Alien. What's the name of it? What is the name of this movie? Alien. Oh, it's off. Dude, I'm off the rocks. What is the name of this? Alien. Oh, Covenant. Covenant. Okay, Alien Covenant. All right. Alien Covenant. This Alien Covenant. This is one of the first movies that legitimately made me throw up. I have never seen a movie that had so much gore, so much nastiness, so much things that were happening as this one. This one was legitimately disgusting. I wanted to throw up during one part of this movie, and I had to stop it or skip some scenes. When I was started first watching it, now that I've seen it all, it still makes me feel uncomfortable. Alien Covenant, absolutely disgustingly good. Now I will say the whole theme of this movie, the first half is probably the best Alien you'll ever see. Second half is probably the worst. It really slows down and gets weird and stupid, and I really don't like it in the second half. So one of the greatest, it's going to be at the bottom. But if they went with the first half of this movie and continued on to the second half, this movie could have been absolutely insane. You have aliens coming out of people's stomachs. You have aliens coming out of people's backs. You have aliens coming out of people's throats, mouths, and nose. You have aliens killing people. You got robots killing humans. You got humans killing robots. You got, I mean, everything. You have an alien attacking, a full grown alien attacking ships. You have betrayal in this movie. You have gore. You got a really good cast. You have a really good synthetic. This is a good movie. You got robots versus robots. This is a good movie. And like I said, if the first half went all the way through and did the same thing as the second half, I think this movie would have really been top 3 Alien. But it didn't. And like I said, this is one of the goriest, nastiest movies, and it's one of the greatest for me. But it didn't succeed. It didn't. That second half fell apart. There was 2 directors' ideas. They went through it, and it fell apart. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. Aliens number This is widely regarded as the best Aliens ever made. I'm going to put it at the top of above average. At the top of above average. Okay. This is more of an action-packed movie than it is a horror movie, Aliens. When this came out, everybody was still like wanting on that first Alien, and now they're on Aliens, and we're on a whole new planet with a whole new Ripley, and we got colonial Marines, space Marines fighting with guns and everything. This is just an absolute crazy movie. Now, the colonial Marine stuff, I don't really care about. The part I care about is Newt, Ripley, and Ripley fighting aliens. This is the best part of the movie. Like I said, you have betrayal, you have robots in here, you have aliens everywhere. I'm talking about everywhere. There is an over infestation of aliens. Most alien movies only have about one or two. There's hundreds and on this planet, on this facility that they're at. It's just absolutely amazing. So and then the ending. Woo! The ending of this movie for Aliens is good too. Fighting the mother of the aliens, just absolutely insane. And like I said, diving into aliens lore is amazing. Annabelle Comes Home. Putting this at average. This movie was okay. I don't remember a lot of. I just remembered that the second one was better, or the one before it was better. So when this movie came out, I was so hyped for it. I went and watched it, and I just thought, okay. I mean, that's not the craziest. So basically, Ed and Lorraine go out for a night or a weekend or something. Their daughter lets out the doll, and everything in the house, all objects, everything's cursed, everything's going crazy, all because of this doll. And like I said, I don't really think this is like a crazy good movie. How do I look doing this? Okay, I don't look crazy. Sorry, I gotta check on myself sometimes. So Annabelle, not the craziest to me. This one, Annabelle Creation. I gotta sit up in my chair for this one. This one is crazy. I'm talking about when I first watched this movie. Quiet house. Nobody was at home. I watched this movie in the dark. This is one of the scariest movies I have ever watched to date. When I was watching this movie, I had nightmares. This was a scary movie, and it's going up and really good. Above Paranormal Activity 2. Annabelle Creation, the best Conjuring movie. The best Conjuring movie universe that there is, Annabelle Creation. This movie goes all the way out into the middle of nowhere. And these two parents make their home an orphanage home for these girls. And of course, the girls go into a room they're not supposed to. Annabelle's in there. Chaos stirs. This is one of the scariest movies ever, being out, way out in the farmhouse, way out in the middle of nowhere. And let me tell you something. The intro scene to Annabelle Creation is one of the craziest intros that I've ever seen to a horror movie. It immediately sets up the movie, and it's like, oh, this is what we're doing. So you better be ready. Annabelle Creation. One of the scariest movies that I've ever watched. All right, next one. Annabelle. Stupid, dumb, 2014. This one's... I don't think it's garbage, man. But I think it's below average. I think like it's not the best. It's not scary. And there's a lot of filler time, like just time where it's like there's nothing scary going on. What's going on? This woman's pregnant with a baby, has a brand new baby. I think the only reason I like this movie a little bit more now is because Annabelle Creation connected it with the first one that we're talking about now. So it kind of makes it kind of cool. Woo! Sorry. Kind of makes it kind of cool, but other than that, it's just okay. It's not scary, So, moving on. Army of Darkness. This is stupid. I didn't even try it. All right, Blair Witch Project. Da-da-da! Really good. One of the best, dude. This is top 10. 1999. One of the first found footage horror films ever made. This movie, when they brought this movie on, they had to question the directors and all the cast to make sure none of this was real because it was so real, and everybody back in the day didn't know if this was real or not. They had questions, they had interviews. This was before the internet, so you can just go on the internet and figure out what other people were saying, or what the cast was saying, or what the movie company was saying. This is 1999, dude, where you had dial-up computers going on. I showed this movie to people sometimes, like when I was watching it, I was like, hey, bro, this is real, dude. This happened. Just lying my socks off, dude. This is a crazy movie. A group of 3 people get lost in the woods and chaos ensues. They make fun of this altar that they pass by, and the Blair Witch takes over. And I'm not going to spoil too much. If you have not seen this movie, this is the best found footage horror films ever made. If you're into that and you have not seen this, you have to watch this. You will think this movie's real, and we don't have confirmation this day. It could be real. So watch it. Blair Witch Project, one of the best. Child's Play, haven't seen it. Haven't seen any of this. More Child's Play, hadn't seen it. Urban Legend, haven't seen it. Doctor Sleep. This is the sequel to The Shining. I'm putting this at above average. I'm not putting it at one of the greatest. I'm putting this at above average. Basically, the son goes back to the hotel. He goes back to everything that he's been fighting against. He's fighting against demons. He has this cult that's following him. I guess that wants to steal his soul. They add some kind of weirdness into it. But this is a really good movie. You go back to the hotel. Well, not during the whole movie, but eventually you go back to the hotel and he has to fight his demons. He had a hard life with his dad being an alcoholic, a crazy man, and his mom just being a traumatized woman from everything that happened. He turns into an alcoholic and he turns into what, he don't want to be like, he doesn't want to be like his father. So he goes back to the hotel. And this is just a really good movie. If you've seen The Shining, you like The Shining, you have to watch Doctor Sleep. When this first came out, it bombed because nobody cared about The Shining. But this movie is really good. Doctor Sleep, above average. Okay, another Freddy movie. Freddy Jason. I'm going to put this at average. I think this is a pretty good movie. This is probably one and the only times that 2 horror icons just clashed against each other. When this was marketed, this was absolutely insane. Everybody was blown off the railroad tracks when this was marketed, and nobody wanted to miss the tickets for this movie. I think just all the hype around it and everything that happened, I think that's what made this movie really good. But then when you get to actually watch the movie, I think that it's mediocre at best. I mean, it's not like anything crazy because neither one of them is going to die. And at the end of the movie, neither one of them does die. So it's just kind of a movie of you have random people in it, and it's Freddy versus Jason for like 15 minutes, and then you kind of move on. I really think they can remake these movies. This is one of the last of the original series for all these guys. I really think they can remake these series and just make it better, and maybe throw Michael Myers in there. But this was an instant classic when it came out of the movie theaters. Now, the best Friday the 13th movie ever made. Friday the 13th, the remake. Above average. This is going above The Grudge, right there in third place and above average. This is a really good movie. If you have not seen this movie is gory. It makes you feel uncomfortable. Now, it's not exactly like scary, but I think this movie is just like what Jason should be, like just brutal, cruel, horrific deaths. And the cast is an absolute, or there's some people that you absolutely hate, and there's some people that you're kind of pulling for, and the cast just thrown all together against this Jason. Oh my goodness, it's so good. And this Jason right here is the most brutal that I've seen. Back in the day he was campy and there was some deaths, but nothing like crazy. This dude did not care what happened to these people, and he was the most brutal Jason. Friday the 13th remake, the best Friday the 13th that was ever made. Kevin Lives, didn't see that. Jason versus Carrie, that one's not. Jason in Manhattan. We have a classic. We have a classic! Halloween, 1970. Really good. One of the best. I really want to put it above the Blair Witch, but this is such a good movie. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna leave it here. But this is such a good movie, man. For this to come out in the 70s and all the stuff that happened, it's not campy, it's not goofy, it's not extremely gory, it's not full of sex scenes like the 70s and 80s horror movies were. It's not full of terrible cast members. This is just a full-blooded killing machine going after one woman in a town. Halloween is a really good movie. It's top 10 for me. Um, I love Dr. Loomis. I love Michael Myers. I love this town. I love everything that happens in here, the backstory, the lore, and everything that goes down. This Michael Myers, this music, the score, it will always be iconic. Now, I will say, Michael Myers I will say, Michael Myers and this movie, good thing they made it a franchise. I know we've had some terrible ones in here, some terrible Michael Myers in here, but I am so glad that they made this a franchise. The first one was good. Season of the Witch was really good. Halloween 2018 was really good. Halloween 2 was good. I'm just glad it was a franchise. I feel like if we're missing all those movies and we just have this one, it's a good movie, but I think a lot of the franchise makes it. I know that they've made like 10 movies and there's a lot of them that are really bad, but I'm telling you, it's really good. Okay. Oh, Halloween 2008 remake by Rob Zombie. I'm putting this at above average. Let me tell you why. I remember one scene from this movie and it sticks with me to this day and it will not get away from me. And that scene is him killing Danny Machado, Danny Treviso, something. I don't know what his name is. This dude was a janitor. He was the nicest man to Michael Myers. He made sure he had everything in the asylum. And the day that Michael Myers gets out and goes out to find his little sister, he kills this dude. It made me highly upset, and it was discreetly disturbing. I'm like, bro, you were his friend the entire time. Why are you killing this dude off? And once I seen that, I never watched this movie again. Of course, I finished it, but I just never watched this movie again. I'm like, why? That he did nothing but be nice to you, and all you have to do is go drown him in one of his mop buckets, like. And he's sitting there screaming and yelling at him like, I was nothing but nice to you, and you're killing me. I hated this producer decision. This is a stupid decision. That's why this movie is an above average. I mean, it's okay, but it's not like really good just because of that scene. Rob Zombie, you got to do better, man. I will say 2008 has a unique twist on Michael Myers. It makes it really good. But come on, man, that was terrible. All right, Halloween 2. I don't remember it, but I'm going to put it below average. I don't think it was good. I know that there's this one scene in here where there's two ambulance dudes just like driving around and they're talking about like raping this dead corpse that's in the back. Really terrible graphic uh silliness. This is just a gory, goofy movie. I think like half of his mask is on, so that kind of kills the purpose of Michael Myers throughout this movie. He's just this big hulking wrestler in this movie. So, one of the best. One of the best. 2018 Halloween. I am putting this above the Blair Witch. 2018 Halloween is the best Halloween movie that there is. This caught the vibe right. This got the setting right. This got the cast right. This got the Michael Myers right. This got the score right. This got all of the cast right. I already said that twice, but I'm saying it again. They got the story right. Halloween 2018 is the reason why Michael Myers will never go away, because they released that and everybody was just on this movie and they were so into it. Now, the two after it, maybe not so much. This movie kicked off and was absolutely amazing when he's going after his sister again, who he's been in the asylum for 20 years and she locks herself in a house, which anybody else would do. He's killed everyone around her. And for him to still be alive and doing the things that he do is absolutely amazing. This movie was amazing. This movie defines Halloween all over. Every time you go outside, I think of this movie. It captures the Halloween night perfectly, the trick or treat night perfectly. Let's move on. Halloween 4. I don't remember it. Okay, all these Halloweens, I'm sorry. I just don't remember it. Halloween 2, I gotta kind of fly through these. Halloween's 2, average. This is when he was at the hospital. He's chasing after Laurie Strode. Honestly, they could have done without this movie. I did like the ending of the first one. But I think if he just laid there and was killed and he wouldn't have got up and walked away from it, I think it would have been okay. But we got out with Halloween 2, and they officially kill him here. But I'm glad we have the movie, but I think they just could have done without it. They could have just made Halloween 1, killed him, and came out with the very next one, which is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. One of the greatest. I'm putting this below Alien. This is one of the greatest. If you have not seen Halloween Season of the Witch, you must watch it. And let me tell you a secret. It doesn't have Michael Myers in it, and it's still one of the best Halloweens. This movie is absolutely insane, off the rails, off the rocks. This isn't a good movie. This is a good movie. I love the cast here. I love the setting here. I love everything that goes on here. I'm not going to dive too much into it. If you have not seen this movie and you like Michael and you like horror, just watch this movie and think, all right, this is going to be a good movie. Don't think of it like, well, I can't wait for Michael Myers to come out. Or I can't wait for a gory kill to happen. You're not going to be satisfied. I need you to watch this movie with an open mind. You'll see why. Okay, another. Oh, Happy Death Day. Sorry, I didn't see that one. Evil Dead, stupid. Insidious. Is this the door? Is this the fourth one? Above average. I don't remember a lot about this movie, but I do know that they incorporated the little girl in this. I'm so glad they brought her back and they showed her past. I really like this one. In the Insidious movies, forever are pretty good. It 2017. We got It 2017. Is it 2017 or 2018? I don't know. When this movie first came out and George was dragged into that sewer, you already knew what type of time in this movie was on. This movie was absolutely insane. I'll tell you that right now. I think the cast in this was absolutely amazing. All the scary scenes in it. This is going in one of the greatest. I'm putting it above Insidious 2, right below 2. This movie is absolutely insane, man. I think that they really blew it out of the water. When you go back to the 90s one and you watch it and then you watch these, you're just like, it is a complete 180 night and day. And it is scary. It is creepy. It makes you feel really uncomfortable because a lot of these kids are dealing with, like, the girl with the abusive dad happens in real life, dude. Like, it makes you feel uncomfortable. It's showing what kids go through. That kid that was constantly called fat, and they were talking about cutting his skin off. Like, that's exactly what he was going through. Like, this is a brutal, cruel movie, and it shows like what this town has turned into because of it, the clown. So this is a really good movie. I'm not going to speak much more on it. Just go watch it if you hadn't. Okay, is this it? Chapter 2? Yes, this is it, chapter 2. This is going in above average, and I'll put it at the top of above average. I think this is really good when you have all of the cast come back as adults and have to fight your fears again to get this clown out of here. It's really good. And even though that they're adults, they are still traumatized by everything that happened in the past. And these people, because of their traumatizing childhood, now live their lives as like some failed adults, or they're successful and they have like traumatizing childhood experience that they can't move on in life. And it just really wraps around like the real life problems for people. And on top of that, this is one of the scariest, it's a very scary movie. I don't think it's scarier than the first one, but this just wraps up a really good story from It 1 all the way to It 2. So Jason goes there. Hadn't seen it. Oh gosh, the Jeepers Creepers movie. Goodbye. Jigsaw. I watched this movie. I didn't watch any of the other Saws. This is definitely above average, right below It Chapter 2. This is just a really good movie. You have Jigsaw coming back, bringing all these things together. There's betrayal happening. There's that historical what's the word I'm thinking of? That historical like mind blower at the end. This is absolutely amazing. And all the cast in this and everything that they have to go through and some of the traps. The traps aren't really the best in this, but I think that this is a really good movie right all the way up to the end. Cabin Fever, haven't seen it. 28 weeks later, I cannot remember. I've seen it, cannot remember it. It Follows. It Follows. I'd rather watch a 1943 Japanese black and white film before I would watch this. This is a stupid movie. Now, I get the concept's kind of cool, dude, but you're talking about something that's going to kill you every time you have sex with somebody that gets transported to that person. This whole movie is just slow and terrible. And I'm not a person that I don't like movies that have a bunch of sex scenes in it. And this movie isn't for me. And it's torture to me. I'm sorry. I'm not going to keep trying to watch it and trying to, make it seem like it. But yeah, that's it. Oh, immediately. All the way to the top. All the way to the top. Listen. If you're here right now, I need to tell you something. You need to watch The Thing 1982 whenever it came out. You have to watch that. Click off of this video, go to your local pirate site, and go watch The Thing 1982. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This movie brings everything. You want gore? It's got it. You want betrayal? It's got it. You want drama? It's got it. You want a good setting? It's got it. You want a good cast? It's got it. You want a good destination and film quality? It's got it. You want horror? It's got it. You want anything? It has it. This movie is the example of a perfect horror movie. Now, I did not grow up watching this movie. I have never seen this movie beforehand, and I have never heard anyone even talk about it around me. And finally, I just loaded it up one day and I watched it, and I absolutely fell in love. I thought this is the best movie ever. It is a mystery whodunit horror film. So I'm going to tell you the basis of it. An alien comes down from space, lands, gets into this facility out in the middle of nowhere with a bunch with like 8 or 9 or 10 dudes. If he kills one of them, an animal or them, he acts just like it, he looks just like it, and they cannot tell which one the thing is. So you don't know who it is. Who's the alien? You don't know the whole movie. This is an amazing movie. I could go on and on and on and on and on about this movie, but this movie, I couldn't. When I first watched it, I was like, oh, this just beat The Shining. This just beat The Shining as one of my favorite horror movies. Okay, dudes, we're almost done. Silence of the Lambs. I've seen it. I think it's average. I don't remember a lot about it. I really do like Hannibal Lecter and the woman in here and the twist scene at the end, sort of towards the end. I think it's kind of crazy. But other than that, it's okay. It's average. Hereditary. Let me tell you something. I will put this at above average. I think it deserves to be at above average. But let me tell you something. This movie is way overhyped. Now, this movie has some scenes that are the most uncomfortable scenes I've ever seen in my life. There's things that happen in this like that are absolutely mind-boggling and will make you think for days. The scene at the end with the woman going crazy, the car scene sort of towards the beginning. There's some scenes in here that will scar your mind, and that's exactly what I look for. As dark and weird as that sounds, that's what you look for in a horror movie, and this one delivers. But I will say this is very overhyped. Some people have this held as like the top 5 movie of all time. It's not that. It is weird. It can get out there, but this is a mind-boggling, weird movie, man. And I'm gonna leave it at that. 1990. Didn't watch it. Green Arrow. Didn't watch it. Don't Breathe. Oh, God. The only thing I remember about this was the stupidity of the ending scene. This blind dude. These people try to rob this blind dude, and he has traps set all over his house. And you would see him as a hero trying to protect himself, but then you go down into his basement and he's trying to impregnate this woman. It just gets way out there towards the end where it kind of ruins it. This would be above average, but that whole scene down there at the end with the sperm going in the woman. Oh God, it was just it's just weird, man. What, like, y'all ruined the movie there. So Hostel, we're gonna leave it at that though. 1408, haven't seen it. Quarantine. Oh, Quarantine. Oh, I watched this movie and I was totally surprised. It's not one of the greatest. I can't. I am going to put it at above average though. This movie is crazy. Woo. I'm sorry. This movie's crazy. Quarantine. This is sort of the American version of Repo. Basically, these firemen answer a call of somebody going crazy in the apartments, and they're like right up the street from it. And they go into it and they get locked in, and there's some kind of disease going on, and it's basically rabies, and everybody in the apartment starts getting infected, and things are going on, and it's all found footage filmery, and they're trying to get out of the building. They're getting shot. They have like the government there, like threatening to shoot them if they walk out the door. And it gets all the way to the end. It just gets creepy. And there's a lot of pop scares in here. There's a lot of horror. Now, I will say it's not the scariest, but it is thrilling. Like it's pumping blood. Okay. So quarantine, really good. And the best part about this, it has a 2 and a 3 and I think a 4, and they all lead into like they all connect in some sort of way. It's kind of cool. So I love horror movies that can do that. And you would not expect this movie to be anything good. Last House on the Left, never watched it. Wishmaster, never watched it. Ghost Ship, hadn't seen it. That might be it. Ladies and Gentlemen. Candyman, nope. Truth or Dare, Drag Me to Hell. La Nora. I'm putting it. Torture. La Nora is torture. I tried to watch this. It's all in Spanish, dude. What are we doing here? Why are we making Conjuring horror movies in Spanish? I understand trying to keep up with the culture and trying to do this, that, and the third. Dude, I'm trying to watch the movie, not the subtitles, man. I understand. I get it, but it's a horror movie. I don't watch. I think a horror movie with subtitles is kind of like, geez, you know. But I watched this movie and it just was not good to me. Dawn of the Dead, didn't see. House of Wax, didn't see. Land of the Dead, hadn't seen. Uh Rings, I'll put this at average. I think the Ring movie was pretty good. I don't have a lot to say about it because I don't remember a lot of it. Scream 2, I don't remember it. Sorry. The Grudge wasn't better than the first one, so I'm going to put it at garbage. Lastly, we have The Nun. This movie's pretty good. For a Conjuring movie, it's okay. It's average. I put it at average. I think this movie has a lot going for it. The buried alive scene, the woman, the nun just in the church, the blood of Jesus Christ being involved, the nuns in this church that some of them have been corrupted. I think it's pretty good. So the nun, they were trying to expand on the enemy in Conjuring 2. I don't think it went that well. I just think it's an okay movie. It is scary, but it's not like connecting to any of the other Conjuring movies. It's just kind of showing like, oh, here's the nun, and here's the nun in a scary scene. So who was calling me? Some random. Um, Okay, that's it. All right, that's it for my tier list. I know I have a lot in never seen or I can't remember. But if you want me to be honest with you, a lot of those are not worth watching, man. To me and what I've heard. Now, if y'all have opinions on like, bro, you have to watch this best one in the series, or that movie franchise is really good. You should watch it. Cool. And some of these I have watched, and I just don't remember. And I just feel like if I don't remember them, they must have not been that good. Like everything has like memorable stuff going on with it. But like I said, I don't remember these, and I haven't watched them. And we're not in the anymore. We're in 2025. So a lot of these, if I went back and watched them, I don't think I'd be as impressed as you were in the theaters back in the 90s or the 80s or the 2000s. Watch these said movies and you consider it one of the best. But that is my list. I think it's pretty good. And like I said, I love horror, and a lot of the movies I can get down with and watch that are above average. There's a lot of movies that I watch only because I'm watching the other ones in the series and I have to watch this one. So, pretty good list. All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate everybody watching. I would recommend you do a tier list of your horror movies and let me know what was your favorite. But this is sort of my first video. I'm just gonna kind of stream it. Maybe I'll make it into a video, but it's really too long. And I was doing way too much talking. So, that's all. So I will now end the stream. Appreciate y'all watching. See ya.